Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna look at my Calamity deck. What inspired me to make this was I wanted to make like a really aggressive mono red deck, and then I saw this card and I was like, this is really cool. It is 6 mana, but it's a 4/6 too for some reason, and it has haste. And if you don't know what Calamity does, basically you can saddle it, and saddling is a kind of weird mechanic, but anyway, the creature gets benefits when you basically you tap another creature. So this one is saddle 1, so as long as the creature has power 1 or greater, you can saddle it. So you tap that creature, doesn't matter if it has summoning sickness or not, you can still tap it. What this one does is when Calamity attacks while saddled, choose a non-legendary creature that saddled it, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of it, and then sacrifice the token at the beginning of the next end step. Repeat this process once. So you get actually 2 tokens when it attacks of that creature. So I have a lot of things that have to deal with like ETBs and stuff. So let's just get right into it. I'm sure there is a more optimal way to build this deck than what I've built here, but you know, it still is a really fun deck and it's still pretty strong. I mean, I win about half my matches I get into with it, unless I play against some shenanigans. Striker Rich, it goes into every red deck that I ever play. Skirts is insane. Soul Ring, Reinforced Ronin. It's just a haste guy that also has channel. So this is Vexing Devil, I think. Basically, when he enters, any opponent may pay 4 life, and if they do, you sack it, and if they don't, then obviously you get a 4/3. That's 1 mana. So that's. I think he also has haste, but I'll have to look up. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Cunning Coyote, when he has haste, and when he enters another creature, gets +1/+1 and haste. So it also has plot for, you know, when that's relevant. Hedron Crawler, just a ramp guy. Ball Lightning, this is here for 2 reasons. It has 3 red pips, and also it's just a 6/1 with haste and trample. So you can saddle this, and if you're in a pinch, I guess, and get 2 of these, and then Calamity. So that's, you know, what is that, 16 damage to somebody's face. So that's pretty good. It's Scorching Shot, removal, throw possibility. Bitter Reunion gets your guys haste. This card's insane. Damping Spear for, you know, Storm players. We do not like them. Fire Diamond. Felwar Stone. This should be Arcane Signet, but you know, whatever. Vessel. Reckless Handling. You go to get any artifact. Oh, never mind. I have one right here. You go get any artifact, put it in your hand, and discard a card. So you're gonna go get Soul Ring with this. But no, pretty good, huh? Arcane. Ogre Head Helm. Basically, when it deals combat damage to a player, sack it, and then discard your hand and draw 3 cards. So you get 2 of these. I believe the triggers go on the stack, so you can sack it, and then, you know, if you discard your hand, draw 3. If you don't like it, you can then resolve the other one, and then discard your hand and then draw 3. Just for Ritual, because this is red, you know, we don't have the best card draw. I'll just say that. Tormenting Voice, Lightning Mare. It's just 2 red pips, and it's a 3/1. So it's, you know, it's all right. Fireclasm for token decks and other small creature decks, I guess. A Braid. Don't worry, we're getting into the spicy stuff here in a minute. Starstorm is just a board wipe. Mannequin. Thought Vessel. This is just a ramper. Cathartic Reunion, because why not? Hijack, you know, if the opponent has like a big creature, you can just take that and then saddle it. So that's a nice, I don't know, Crater Hoof behemoth you got there, and yoink, and then you get 2 of them. I'm pretty sure whenever people play Crater Hoof, everybody's dead anyway, but you know, you gotta hope sometimes. Darksteel Ignite. Brazen Scourge. Basically, it's just a 3/3 with haste. You know, why not? Karn Silex. Alright. Giant Cindermaw, Trample, 4/3, players can't gain life. Great card. Just a good mid-range kind of dude. This is light up the stage, but with like ugly art. Bone Crusher Giant. I love this card. Fear of being hunted. It must be blocked, and that is extremely relevant. A lot more than people think, because then they have to block with like their commander or something, and then this could just straight up kill some of them. Magnifying Glass, Commander Spear, Zergo's Vanguard. This card is insane in this deck because you get 2 of these, and then these create 2 more dudes, and then this thing gets, you know, bigger based on how many creatures you have. So you got 5 creatures, these become 5/3s, you know. Minotaur, Skull Cleaver. Basically, he's just here because he has haste, and he gets +2/+0 when he enters. So when you copy him and you create 2 more, you know, that's 2 4/2s with Calamity coming at someone. So that's 12 damage. Or, yeah. Warm Power Stone, Relic of Legends, Ramping, Frost of Dawn. Another players can't gain life because we just want to beat people up and show them what's up. Stone Speaker Crystal. This card is so funny. Holy moly. I've won so many games with this combo because all you need is like, I mean, you want to shoot for about 5 or 6 creatures. And a lot of the creatures have like 2 to 3 pips. So what happens here is when you have a bunch of creatures out, which is actually pretty easy to do in this deck, you saddle Calamity by tapping him. You swing it at someone. You get 2 of him. And then let's say there's, and this is on average, 8 like pips, 8 devotion 8, or devotion red is 8, let's just say. So you get 2 of those. Everybody takes 16 damage on ETB. That's even without combat damage. So it's a really funny card. And also when it enters, you know, the first time you play it, that's also an ETB trigger that deals a bunch of damage. So yeah, card is insane in this deck. This is just a ramp card here. I might just take this out because it's 4 mana for I do nothing. Mind Collapse. This is just in here for like if I'm like out of mana and someone plays like some sort of threat and it needs to be dealt with immediately. Like there's people that play like Magna. There's people that play like what's the other card? Blood Artist combos, like stuff like that. So it's just like you need some sort of answer when you're out of mana. Just deal with crap like that because they will win the game just with that stuff. So big score. This card's really good. You get 2 treasure tokens, draw 2 cards. This is just a 4/3 with trample. So, you know, Blood Mist gives something double strike. This is at the beginning combat, so sometimes that's relevant. The Elder Dragon War. Holy moly. Deal 2 damage each creature, each opponent. Discard your cards. Draw that many. You also get a 4/4 in the last one. Pretty good. This card, this is an oldie but a goodie, and especially in this deck because you basically just board wipe somebody with this. Well, I mean, kinda. You can hit. So when it enters, you can blow up 1 creature, and then you make 2 copies of him with this, and then you can blow up 2 more creatures, basically. As long as their toughness is like under 4 or less, you know. So I love this card. There's probably better options, but I just like this guy. Chain Reaction deals X damage each creature or X number of creatures in the battlefield. So I'll just board wipe, and then slowly, because again, we don't have a whole lot of ways to ramp in mono red. Let's go to the 5 mana stuff. Siege Breaker Giant. So you make 2 of these, and there's 2 of these that are 6/3 with trample. So that's pretty funny. Cavalier of Flame. This card is insane. It just does a lot. I mean, the ETB is also relevant because if you have a bunch of mountains in your hand, you just discard them and then draw like a bunch of new cards. So, really fun card. Also, red just doesn't have the best card draw anyway. Burn Down the House. Not sure if this is the place for this deck, but like it's just another board wipe, or you can create some devils and, you know, do stuff with that. This guy, Quake Tusk Boar, Breach, Trample, and Haste. You know, it's a 5/5, so, you know, pretty funny. This guy, he's not very good, but he's a 6/5, and he attacks each combat if able. But if you just saddle him, and then you get two dudes and slap someone with it. Pretty good. Alright, now we get to like the really funny cards here. Inferno Titan is insane because so you play him, he enters, you get that trigger, and then you make 2 copies of him, and then you get 2 more triggers. So you can do quite a bit of damage with this, obviously. And then on top of that, they have 2 6/6s coming at them with Calamity. To one player, obviously, but still, you can use his triggers to blow up other other creatures on the battlefield. So this guy, he's a double strike with trample. He's a 3/2. And you get 2 of these. I mean, yeah, that's pretty nasty as well. Burning Sun's Avatar. When he enters battlefield, deals 3 damage to target opponent, 3 damage up to 1 target creature. Also has 3 red pips for Mogus. But yeah, this card is also very good, obviously. And last guy here is Gargadon. He's a 7/5 with trample, and you can also suspend him for, you know, a while. And if you do this on turn 2, suspend him. By the time you get Calamity out, he'll be out, and then you can just slap someone for 14 + 4, so 18 damage there. So yeah, that's the deck.